into like the details surrounding this dude's death. It's kind of fucking nuts. Gene Hackman and wife's deaths called suspicious in search warrant. No obvious signs of gas leak, and a thorough investigation required. Dude, when I heard the news, I was like, it has to be a fucking. They were saying suicide, and it's like maybe, but they killed the dog too. Like, why would the fuck? And now apparently they have 2 other dogs that didn't die. I thought at first it was like carbon monoxide poisoning. Shout out to my boy Meds who thought the same thing too. Because that would make a lot of sense. But at the time we didn't know they had like 3 fucking dogs. Yeah, I mean, carbon monoxide poisoning sounds like a likely thing because sometimes you don't know. You can't tell if there's carbon monoxide leak in your house. You can't tell that unless you have the carbon monoxide warning thing. But some people, they don't put new batteries in that shit. So who the fuck knows? You know what I mean? But it turns out that there was no carbon monoxide leak. So investigators believe the deaths of actor Gene Hackman and his wife Betsy Arakawa are suspicious, according to a search warrant affidavit released Thursday morning. Hackman, 95, Arakawa, 63, were found dead in their home in Santa Fe, New Mexico on Wednesday afternoon. The cause of their deaths has not been determined, though the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office said early Thursday that foul play is not currently suspected. And that sounds weird as fuck to me. My thing is, did they make like a self-delete note? They haven't talked about that. Yeah, carbon monoxide is no joke. When you get poisoned by that shit, you don't know that it's happening. You just end up going to sleep and then dying. So it's a fucked up way to go because you have no idea unless unless your alert system's working. Yo, Gray the Merchant, what's good, fam? In an application for a search warrant, Detective Roy Arndt told a judge that circumstances are suspicious enough in nature to require a thorough search and investigation. The bodies were found by 2 maintenance workers. Arakawa was lying in the bathroom floor. A prescription pill bottle was open on the countertop with pills scattered nearby. Hackman was discovered in the mudroom adjacent to the kitchen with his sunglasses at his side. It appears to the detective that both had fallen to the ground. A dead dog was also found in the bathroom closet near Arakawa's body. 2 healthy dogs were also found on the property, one near Arakawa and the other running loose outdoors. The front door of the house was open, though there are no signs of forcible entry. The fire department and the gas company were called out to check for a natural gas leak, which could cause carbon monoxide poisoning. They did not detect anything, and there were no obvious signs of a gas leak, Arndt wrote. Affiant believes that the circumstances surrounding the deaths of the 2 deceased individuals to be suspicious enough in nature to require a thorough search and investigation, detective wrote in the summarizing of the situation. It was not clear when Arakawa and Hackman had died. Arakawa's body shows obvious signs of death, body decomposition, bloating in her face, and mummification in both hands and feet. That shit is wild. Hackman's body was similar and consistent with the female descendant. The space heater was found near Arakawa's head, and it appeared the heater could have fallen in the event the female abruptly fell to the ground, the affidavit adds. Detectives looked for phones and any video evidence, as well as DNA and fingerprints. Though there were no signs of trauma to the bodies, the investigators also asked to collect any blunt or sharp objects that could be used as weapons. Crazy, right? Yeah, mummification. They must have been dead for a while. They must have been dead for a fucking while. Judge of Santa Fe County Court approved a search warrant at 9:30 p.m. on Wednesday. The search was conducted once the warrant was issued and it was deemed safe to enter the premises. The Office of the Medical Investigator conducted autopsies Thursday morning, but has yet to determine the cause of death. According to a statement from the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office, the examination confirmed no signs of trauma. such as a stab wound, gunshot, or any visible injury on either body. Toxicology and carbon monoxide tests were ordered. The county animal control division was also summoned and worked with the family to ensure the safety of the two dogs. Sheriff office said. Sheriff Adin Mendoza declined to give interviews. I don't know, bro. This sounds sus as fuck. Some people are saying that they deleted themselves. And with that, I just think that that's bullshit. All right, anybody that's been married for 34 years wants to get rid of their spouse. I mean, what? Yeah, in Minecraft. If it was related to heart issues, think they'd publicize it. I mean, look, it's not sus that fucking Gene Hackman would pass away. The dude was 95 years old. What more do you want out of life? You know what I mean? Like, if it was murder, self delete, right? If that was the situation. First off, apparently, from what I heard, Gene Hackman has like one of the, in terms of like money coming in from your work. Apparently, he gets a lot of money from all his work. All right, he gets big bank. So I don't see why his 63-year-old wife would kill him and then herself. I don't see it, because like, bro, if he dies, you're set. Like, you're chilling. You know what I mean? And then if he were to have killed her and then himself, I mean, he would have destroyed his entire legacy. And what, to give it to his daughter?
Hola,
That sounds weird too.
According to Google, it takes up to 70 days for mummification to start. He was dead for a while, like months.
That's crazy. I don't know, Hero Culture. Thank you so much for the 5. 70 days sounds a little steep for mummification. Is that if the body is already how do you say, like, what do they do when they go to like when someone dies and they're about to be, at a funeral? What the fuck do they call that shit? What do they do to the body? Embalm it? Yeah. Is that if the body has been embalmed? Because I think that makes a difference too. I don't know, bro. That shit sounds sus as fuck to me. I think it's the daughter, allegedly. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's the daughter. You're telling me that the wife would have
He was in
deleted?
bad health for the last couple of years.
Yeah, I could tell that he was definitely in bad health. He was super fucking skinny. Like, if he had just died, I wouldn't think anything of it, because the dude was 95. He was super skinny. You could tell that his days were numbered. Sad to say, because I had seen him like a few months back. If Gene and his family had any medical issues like dementia, Alzheimer's, or anything health related. I mean, he was out and about by himself from what I saw just a few short months ago. I think he was getting like coffee or something. I mean, he seemed to be, I mean, I don't know. I couldn't tell you for sure. Who the fuck knows at the end of the day, right? She had partial mummification of the feet that is caused by desiccation. If her feet were somehow elevated by a vent or something, that might make sense. Huh, Mark K, that's interesting info. Mummification can start as little as 2 weeks, according to people I've talked to. I've heard that too. Right when you die, your body immediately starts to decompose. You immediately start to smell dead. Like that, like immediately decomposition happens. Like, so it sounds weird that your body would take 70 days at least to start, mummifying. It's a crazy thing. I don't think that, I don't know. I think it's a daughter, allegedly. That's all I'm saying, brother. Your pops gets like one of the biggest royalty checks in Hollywood, at least that I know of, and he's outed. The wife who was set to inherit them royalties is out the picture now too. Gotta look at the next in line. I mean, that's how I see it. Yes, golden apples. Your body dies, your brain still has some time. Some. That's why when people die and they're trying to resuscitate, the sooner you resuscitate them, the less brain damage there is. But that's only for so little time, you know? Yo, you two better score was good. We're talking about the unfortunate passing of Gene Hackman, his wife, and his dog. Someone called Brendan Fraser to solve this mummy mystery. Yeah, exactly. Minutes. You have a few minutes to be resuscitated upon death. Scooby is super fucking freaky. I think the daughter should be investigated because that sounds sus as fuck. They all apparently so. You better score. The family died in their house. Who knows how long they've been there? It looks like they were there for like 2 fucking weeks. Yo, Silent Joker was good, fam. I seen people come back from the dead. It's possible. After you die, it's possible to be resuscitated. A measly 7 minutes for your brain after a body dies. Crazy, right? And the longer it takes to revive you, the more likely you'll have serious brain damage. Even just oxygen deprivation. You didn't hear about this, Lilith? You know, it was jarring to me because I really appreciate a lot of Gene Hackman's films. And so right when I saw this, I saw this when it came out like 20 minutes afterwards. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like I remember watching so many of his movies with my dad, especially stuff like Poseidon Adventure. It brings me back to, you know, better days, I guess you could say, or just days that I value and I appreciate. I told my dad this morning, he was like, "What the fuck, bro? That's crazy." We were just bewildered. It's sad, it's sad to see. Yeah, exactly, Philip. When I was young, I used to watch so many of these movies with my dad. My dad's a big film buff. You think I have a crazy collection? Walk into walk into the what is it, like the kitchen the pantry room? Half the pantry room is dedicated to my dad's insane film collection. It's just a giant ass fucking film collection, just stacks of films. Dude is an insane collector. Like, he puts me to shame. Pull up his filmography. Yeah, I got you, Sir Lurkington. But this is his filmography. I highly recommend The French Connection. Unforgiven is an absolute fucking Western classic. Mississippi Burning is an insane fucking film surrounding the civil rights era. The original Superman movie. It's silly in nature, but I think that it has some great things about it, especially the cast. The Conversation. I don't think I've watched The Conversation. I've heard good things though. Young Frankenstein, of course. The Poseidon Adventure, phenomenal, phenomenal film. Crimson Tide, also phenomenal film. Absolute Power, amazing fucking movie. Highly recommend. You like the OG Superman fitting for its time? Absolutely better score. I even like Superman 2. I like Superman 2 a lot. But yeah, dude has a pretty respectable fucking filmography, man. Pretty fucking respectable. You like Beyond Enemy Lines? Conversation is great. Enemies of the State is an unofficial sequel. Oh, Mike Burns with the fucking details. Appreciate you. Have you seen No Way Out, Cass? Let me see. I feel like I may have, but it's been so long that I can't even say for sure. I probably haven't, but it does look familiar. All his films are great. Yeah, like honestly, dude has a deep fucking catalog of film. There's a lot of films here that I heard really good things about that I still have yet to watch. So like, bro, great reason to celebrate his life. You know what I mean? I gotta watch more of his films. I've watched a good fucking bit of them, but there's definitely more to watch. The Bonnie and Clyde film from '67 is not bad either. Not fucking bad either. I enjoy that. Definitely check out No Way Out. Great thriller with an ending people still argue about. Dope Fett. Bro, way to sell a movie to me. Holy shit, dog. All right. I wanted to talk a little bit about that. I got my rocks off. It's sad. Rest in peace, Gene Hackman. Dude is the fucking goat. I think a highly underrated actor. One of the greatest at playing a fucking villain. You watched the remake of Bonnie and Clyde? Birdcage is my favorite Gene Hackman film. Okay. Okay. My favorite is The Poseidon Adventure. But rest in peace, Gene Hackman, man. Fucking sad.